Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for July 21st to the end of the month. We're going to do the whole month, okay? This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I do want to welcome you to the season finale of the most bonkers month of the year. This is it. This has been a bonkers month. It's been very life-changing. I'm seeing what's going on for y'all. I'm like, okay, all right. We got a new Sagittarius in the house, and you're probably feeling it too. You're feeling that electric charge with Uranus and Gemini in your seventh house, partnerships, relationships. It's here for, 7 years. So, whoa, this is big. It's so big for you. And, you've been adapting. There's been so much mutable energy. You're a mutable sign. So, that just means that you're, really good at adapting to things. And there's a lot happening for you. There's a lot in this. Okay, let's just get started. I'm just going to tell you right now, things are changing, okay, for you in a really big way. You're entering your brand new era, all right? And yes, it looks really good on you. Looks really good. Take a bow. Take a bow. Because you've been purging a lot of things. You've been letting some things go. Remember, we have that rare once a lifetime that trine, what I've been talking about, the summer prism portal, all the outer planets officially connecting with each other and at those early degrees of new beginnings. Like, we have not seen this in modern human history. So you're probably really excited. You're probably really feeling this, and you're not holding back, because as part of those 4 planets, all the outer planets, Pluto, you're transforming in a huge way. Uranus and Gemini right now, you're reinventing yourself, okay? Saturn conjuncting Neptune in Aries. That's bringing structure to your visions. You got money stuff happening too. Oh my goodness, you got so much happening for you. All right. So I really love this. You're really owning who you are, because all of this is making you that big leader that I've been talking about. You're spiritually evolving too on your path to enlightenment. So I really love this pioneering spirit that you have as a leader, a role model, a hero, a trailblazer, like Wonder Woman or Jane Eyre, Indiana Jones. It doesn't matter. You create your reality, all right? And right now, when you're going to start feeling really unstoppable, and you're going to get the spotlight that you deserve, because we're moving into Leo season, and you're going to love it the most. And I will tell you why. But let's just talk about Monday, July 21st, because this is going to have a really big impact on you. Okay? You see Venus squaring the nodes. These are the nodes of fate. And again, 19 degrees. And we talked about this last week. Yeah? So this is really big. It's really big because, remember, what happened on that Sunday? And I know I dropped these forecasts a little bit earlier than the actual week began. So a lot of you are moving into it right now, where Mars is conjuncting the South Node. And now his lover, Venus, is squaring it. I told you this, but what I didn't tell you was that Venus was going to be bending the nodes of fate. Okay. And so basically she's squaring the nodes. Yeah. So Venus and Mars are part of this mix. This day definitely has a little bit of heat to it. It's your 7th house. Okay. Your 7th house is really activated. Your 4th house is really activated. Your 10th house is really activated. So what does that mean for you? Well, first, this is a rare alignment. All right. With the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, right? So what you're experiencing now, it hasn't happened since 2006, 2007. Think about what happened around that time. Okay. Really think about that in terms of home, family, your significant other, in terms of career as well, partnerships, contracts, all of that. This is Venus with the nodes of fate. So she's bringing something destined for you right now. All right. And remember, Mars is like a laser. He's cutting things away for you. A lot of you are leaving your jobs. A lot of you are changing jobs. If it's not you, it's a boss that's leaving. There's something here, okay? Something's changing about, your reputation. This is the 10th house. It's very public facing. It's your public image. It's all of that. There's something changing here, all right? You're making room for something at home and family and real estate, okay? children, all of that. It's really going to be amplified for you. Now, here's the other thing. It's Venus. Yeah, Venus is in Gemini in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships and marriage and legal matters and contracts. This is big, okay? Venus is relationships and love, but also money and creativity and peace and beauty, all of that. Cosmetics. Yeah, okay? So, Venus is basically looking you in the eyes right now on this day, asking, what do you want for your destiny? Okay, what is your heart desire? It's Venus. Are you vibrating at a high frequency on your karmic journey? Because this is a fated event. This is a karmic event that you will start feeling days before. You're going to feel things play out this week. And you know Venus, by the way, Venus. So just let you know. This is Venus is going to be conjuncting the moon in Gemini today. So again, you got Venus and the moon and Uranus in your 7th house of partnerships, one-on-one relationships. So yeah, that can be love, that can be marriage, but it also can be work, it can be career, business partners. It's one-on-one relationships. It can be your agent, your publicist. Something's about to change. Okay? So just keep that in mind. There may be something here about wanting children as well. Okay? FYI. It's very feminine energy, by the way, but it is 19 degrees. I've talked about this. All right? Even Mars conjuncting the South Node, 19 degrees. We've talked about this. All right? Just look at your last week's reading. You're entering this. It's out with the old, in with the new. 19 degrees is the Libra degree. That's not only Venus's ruler, that really amplifies harmony in relationships. Libra's a native ruler of the 7th house. So do you see how big this day is going to be for you, Sagittarius? Okay. So one last thing, if you recall, because this is going to make sense for you. Okay. Remember back in March, I talked about that again, another once a lifetime cosmic alignment. I said, here's a wave. This is when everything starts changing for you. Yeah, it was mid-March. And I said, you're going to start seeing your life starting to change, even you wanting big changes. At that time, we did have a Venus Cazimi in Aries, and that was on March 22nd. Go back to your March forecast, okay? If you want to see the storyline that's been playing out for you, that is your 5th house of love and relationships and true love. And again, creativity, creative projects, and procreation, sex, yes. And, you know, it's all happening in Aries. And Aries, remember I said there's like 6 heavenly bodies there right now, right? Where Saturn and Neptune are conjuncting in your 5th house, natively ruling your 2nd house. So there's something here about you, that inner hero, that inner leader, you on your hero's journey. You're feeling something right now, all right? And yes, the 2nd house is also money. And it's modern comforts, but it's money. So I see what's happening for you with Jupiter and Cancer and your 8th house of wealth building, as well as relationship building. There's going to be some changes, okay? Because Venus, when we had the Venus Cazimi, that's Venus conjuncting the Sun in Aries, March 22nd, that was a brand new Venus that came out of it. It's a refresh. It's a rebirth. She had a rebirth in Aries, the warrior. So Venus has an edge to her now. She's like Laura Croft. And don't forget, April 21st to the 23rd, when we had Venus, Saturn, and the North Node all conjunct in your 4th house of home and family, your domestic sector. I'm just saying, that's another cycle within a cycle. Remember, everything is cyclical. All right? So you've been going through change. You're going through change. Venus is bringing you more change. And she's also cutting things away for you to have a lot more love. Love makes you're being social. You're being very charming. You got Uranus here. There's surprises. But also, I've talked about this. Please, from the get-go, look at things in different ways. Experiment, explore, be curious, have your breakthrough, and go after what your heart desires. It's Venus. And Mars is going to be really strong this day. You're going to there's going to be something here you're going to feel, and you're going to have to let go, but you're going to have surprising things happen for you too. All right? So it's all about your energy, okay? And Why am I spending so much time on this? Because don't forget what I said last week too with Saturn and Neptune, and they're conjuncting. And it's the day before. Actually, it was the 19th. They were 13 minutes away from each other. You were feeling that. That's your fifth house. Fun, pleasure, true love, romance, creativity, failing children, everything that I said, self-expression. Yeah, recreation is part of the fifth house. There's something here. And your second house, okay? So it's something with money too. Some of y'all are really turning hobbies into money. Anyway, or like monetizing it. But anyway, Saturn and Neptune conjuncting, okay? But so close, the closest they've ever been since they entered Aries. And remember, it is February 2026 when they actually meet. And therefore, what's happening now, you are going to get a glimpse of what February 2026 will be like for you. Okay? So take that action. Take that action where you want to be. And remember, they're all retrograde right now. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury, right? So you're going with them. All about that, like inner wisdom, structure. You're having an awakening, all right? And Juno, yeah, is very much in the mix for these 2 weeks. It didn't even matter what day. It didn't even matter. Remember, Juno, Jupiter's wife, Zeus's wife, yeah, linked to Libra, partnerships and relationships, and she seeks fairness in that. Marriage, relationships, commitments, contracts, fidelity, infidelity. That's Juno, okay? She will be trining your North Node. So for a lot of y'all, just letting you know, 2 things. 1, if you're married, there may be something here you're thinking about. Secondly, loyalty might be tested around this time. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, for your husband, George, or, your sister, whoever, right? Your kids, mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and you're going to feel this the most, okay? This aspect, all right? Now, if you know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have planets between 17 to 21 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel it, okay? Now, I got a straw. Have you ever seen me drink out of a straw? It was delivery. Tuesday, the 22nd, this is it. The sun moves into Leo. So we're officially in Leo season, right? Your BFF, fellow fire sign. And the sun rules Leo. So the sun is at home in Leo, meaning for the next 4 weeks, you're going to have so much fun. You're going to feel this rush of optimism and passion and courage and that fiery spirit. And most of all, your creativity cranked up. Okay? We're talking right brain, left-handed, all that. Okay? A lot of y'all are literally writing books, okay? I mean, you've got Mercury and now the sun in Leo in your 9th house of publishing, right? Some of y'all are starting podcasts. You got things to say, okay? It's education as well. It's higher learning, but also higher mind. This is your worldview. The 9th house, this is big. This is big for you. This is you becoming teachers, okay? Remember what I said, those role models, all right? All that wisdom, you've got it now, and you're going to be speaking it, and people are going to be gravitating toward you. Why? 2 reasons. A, look at what's happening. First of all, you, Sagittarius, that's your home. The 9th house, you natively rule the 9th house, and that house is very spiritual. It's you. But remember, you've got Neptune and Saturn conjuncting. In Aries, remember, Chiron's there, Eris is there, Ceres is there, all in your 5th house. Yeah? And that is Leo's home. So do you see the trade-off here? Do you see what's happening for you? There's a double dose of just goodness, just amazingness, all right? And the sun in Leo, that's the heart, right? Remember, you got this light inside you. Let it radiate. This is high frequency. Remember, Mercury is the mind, okay? And it's in Leo. And so you got the heart and the mind. You got the strong mind-heart coherence right now. Use this. Feel expressive and inspired and playful and loving and ambitious. That's how you're going to feel. Your mind is going to expand. The ninth house is like shifting your perspective, right? The worldview, like I said, that's what this is. It's seeing the big picture. You've got the sun is going to be a spotlight here for you, okay? And this is inner child as well. Yeah, it's tapping into your inner child. It's also living loud and proud. It's Leo energy. This is you showing off your talents. I told you in your monthly forecast. Leo season is when you have the spotlight. The stage is yours. Remember, you are not an extra. You're not a backup dancer. This is your stage. This is your stage. You're Sagittarius. You're the Miley Cyrus and the Brad Pitts. This is all you, okay? So please use this. And please have fun with this, because I feel like you're going to be in the zone and you're going to feel really good. All right. And, the sun in Leo there's that sense of like independence as well, sense of freedom, feeling free. You're in your home, right? You're vibing. And remember, Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius, even Saturn conjuncting Neptune in Aries. That would be the prism portal. They're all connecting. All of that is amplifying that independence. Remember, Aries is the ram, the I am. So this is major hear me roar energy. And a lot of it is you imparting wisdom, okay? And maybe becoming really well known for that, because the fifth house has an element of fame to it. Okay? So just remember, whether you're the actor or the director, the stage is yours. It's yours. So this is all about owning it and expanding your consciousness, okay? And I did a live stream recently and I talked about this, like even this prism portal, yeah? It's all about the consciousness. It's all about the collective now. So you're going to see a big emphasis on the collective, and you're going to have a lot of moments on how you can contribute to the collective in whatever form, whatever you do, whether you're a chef or a painter or a mom or a CEO of a taco company, whatever you want, okay? This is big, and I want you to just know you're about to have a lot of fun. And you're going to feel very inspired, and you're going to see the big picture, okay? And I always say, don't live a little, live a lot. Live large, especially now in Leo season. Just remember, the lower expressions of the sun in Leo is overconfidence, and its pride, and its ego. Vibrate at that high frequency, because look at what's happening on that same day. You got the sun, sextile Uranus in Gemini at 1 degree, which is the let's go, let's get this started degree. And this is rare. It only happens twice a year. And this is the very first Uranus aspect since moving into Gemini. Planetary aspect. It's been 84 years, so nobody's experienced this with the sun in Leo. No. Nope. No. It's like a bolt of lightning this day. This is huge. You are going to have some major insights this day regarding partnerships, relationships. There may be some surprising contract that you get. There's something big here for you, okay? Marriage, there may be something here with marriage. There's also something here where you may be thinking about doing something with another person, like starting, a podcast, with your best friend, or, it is 7th house. There's always another person involved. Yeah. Whether it's marriage or business partner or friend, best friend, doesn't matter. Your agent. So there could be something here, but just remember, there's going to be something on this day and the day surrounding it where you're going to be curious about doing new things. You're going to be very curious, and do it. Try it. It's your 9th house. You are the, ancient philosopher at this point. And yeah, and you can do anything. Art therapy, just try new things to expand your consciousness. Okay. Shake things up. Try a hot pocket. I don't know. Do whatever. Just try. Just expand. Yeah. So the other thing is, the biggest thing of all for you, when I see what's happening for you, you are just going through a lot of change, but there's something here where on this day, do something that will bring you recognition. Okay. A little bit more recognition. This is a sextile. It's a huge window of opportunity. And again, it's just like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some contracts being signed, or if you're getting married, or, if there's just something here. You're going on a long distance trip, you meet someone, foreign culture, foreign land. There's just a lot here. happening for you. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a second marriage. Yeah. With this ninth house, seventh house activity, as well as the ninth house is also like the courts, like legal matters as well. So again, wouldn't be surprised if it's like a wedding, or there's something legal involved. You have to sign something, yeah, something officiating, and it's going to be long lasting because the sun is going to be trining Saturn. That's long-term goals and commitments. But also it's Saturn, so it's likely you becoming an authority or maybe even power couple. I mean, you got Uranus in Gemini, Venus in Gemini. Gemini is the twin and it's in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. All right. So there is a big upgrade that is happening for you right now. But again, a lot of this is internal for you where you're going to be feeling as all these retrogrades happening right now. So you're already reflecting on a lot of things. All right. I would also say that you are, well, yeah, let's leave it at that. Okay. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, and you. And air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, y'all are going to feel this the most. If you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel it the most. Okay? It's big. Also, because the moon will be in Cancer. When I see what's happening here. That's her 8th. There's just something here with partnerships in a really big way for you. To be honest, you're going to feel it. Okay? Or money. Now, Wednesday, the 23rd, you got Venus square Mars. I talked about this last week for a little bit. 21 degrees. I don't mind it. It makes you do something. And when you see what's happening here for you, it looks like there is, when I say a lot of y'all may be ending careers or relationships in career or business or your profession. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. And like ending contracts. Yeah. Maybe. It's Venus square Mars. Yeah. Venus in Gemini, Mars in Virgo. Please do not go on a first date this day. All right. Give it some time. You got Venus and Mars, right? And Mercury ruled signs. And so Mercury is really active. Mercury, Hermes, and he's restless because it's a square between the lovers. And so there is a little bit of tension here that's building. Yeah. So, and Mars's physicality, find ways to release that tension. Yep. Again, it's your 7th house and your 10th house. And you're going to find some ways to adapt. And for you, yeah, I think you're going to be fine here because it's happening in mutable signs, right? Venus in Gemini, Mars in Virgo. You're a mutable sign. You're part of the club. You'll be fine. Just know that there is something here really nice. It's very social, very arousing. It's very passionate. Yeah. Can be passive aggressive too, but playfully if you have fun with this. I told you to have fun during Leo season. And this can be with romantic relationships and marriage or creative partners. And there can be some competitive energy here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. The biggest thing of all is the fact that Mercury is involved. And he's restless and he's retrograde and he's in Leo, ego and pride, like I said. So there may be some things that you want to say. In Mercury's retrograde, there can be mixed messages. There can also be impatience, impulsiveness, one-upper energy. And yeah, again, a lot of competitive. I mean, Venus is very FAFO right now. So it's up to you. I mean, again, there's an intense passion this day. It's just how you use it. Mars and Virgo, great, amazing. But the lower expression can be overly critical. It can be nitpicky as well. That could be you. It could be your partner. It could be someone at work. Just be responsive, not reactive. Stay frosty. Be cool. Don't flip any tables. You're going to be fine. There is a huge potential to just adjust something. Look, it's happening at the same time as this. All right. So you're going to have a lot of change. And again, Juno is very active. So, and we'll talk more about that in the second spread. But yeah, Juno will square Mercury too. You're going to want to say some things. Who's going to feel this the most? Mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. And I'm throwing in fixed signs too: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. So those signs are going to feel this aspect the most. If you have your chart, your birth chart, planets 19 to 23 degrees in any of those signs, you're really going to feel it. Now, you're also going to really feel the new moon. And it's happening at 2 degrees Thursday, July 24th, 3:11 p.m. Eastern time. That's my time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world, because it is a bonkers new moon. And when you set intentions, as you do with any new moon, remember, you want to do it at the time of the new moon and after, okay? Not before. The portal opens at the time of it, all right? So just, keep that in mind. This is in Leo. It's in your 9th house. I just can't. There is something here big. There's something here with creativity, with romance, with children. It's sextile Uranus. Again, first time in 84 years. So there's some big breakthrough here for you with this new moon. Oh yeah. Surprises, maybe epiphanies. And it really is a time where you're possibly going to be stepping out of your comfort zone at this time. Okay. And that spotlight that I told you, that this new moon in Leo, or just even the Leo energy. Yeah. I mean, it is long term. It's long term. I'm going to tell you why. So the prison portal that I told you, that's happening many, many years, but it's the summer that really matters, because Saturn's actually moving back to Pisces September 1st. And then we have the eclipses, right? So it's the summer that really matters. You got to do what you want, where you want to be, right? By February 2026. Okay. So you know about the prison portal, the 4 outer planets. I also told you about Mercury going to be in Leo all summer in your 9th house. That's your home. So you got to add that on top of it. Yeah. And I've been telling you week after week after week after week, everything, do it all. Everything that you want for you, do it this summer. Okay. Because you're putting yourself where you want to be by February 2026. And it's not only because that's when we have the major Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees in Aries, the world axis, which has never happened ever again, modern human history. But this new moon, the corresponding full moon, happens February 2026. So I've been dropping you Easter eggs. I've been telling you, you've got to take advantage of this moment. And this new moon is powerful, and it carries for 6 months, and you are going to be on that wave. Okay. And remember, there's another cycle for you. So when I say take action this summer, on this new moon, particularly for where you want to be by February, it's not because I like saying the words prison portal. I'm just telling you. And I actually talked about this in the August astrology overview. I'll leave that at the end of this video if you want to see it. I talked more about this new moon because it's just so big. All right. So if you want to know more about this new moon, it's major. Okay. But just know right now, this new moon, what's going to happen? The sun, is trining Saturn. The sun's going to trine Neptune. Pluto's going to trine Uranus. Saturn and Neptune, sextile and Uranus, all between 1 to 3 degrees of new beginnings on a new moon. That's all about new beginnings. You're truly leaving the old world, truly leaving it out with the old, in with the new. Okay. It's a first new moon with the prison portal. It's a very first. So please set intentions. And remember the prison portal. Now you're seeing the shift, humanity, the collective. So when you set intentions, you're doing it for humanity too. And your role, right? So this is a big one. The new moon, 2 degrees. That's great. Grounding energy, 2 degrees, very practical. Yeah, it is Venetian. Okay, Venusian. There's something here that's, you're gonna find a lot of comfort. A lot of you are gonna be taking long trips. A lot of you are gonna start writing books. A lot of you are gonna have some books published. You're gonna start thinking about starting courses, taking classes, teaching. There's something here that you just want to become wiser. You want to learn. You want to, expand your perspective. It is your 9th house. And so, again, the fact that Saturn is involved, When I say this moon carries, this new moon carries. He's building you that bridge. Remember, he's all about the long term. Or again, a lot of y'all becoming the authority, and that can be as a teacher or a boss, CEO, father, mother, whatever. Yeah. The other thing is, the sun and moon are going to be trining Neptune. I mean, this is really big. So that's very dreamy, very enchanting, romantic. It really is transcendent. It's, it's what makes us like, these divine creatures, right? That's what divination is. And I've talked about Neptune, visualize, visionary, vision board, all of that. Okay. So I love this one. I love this one for you. And just do some grounding and really connect with the ether, chakras, your chi, all of that. Why? Because the new moon will be opposite Pluto. That's the other thing about this new moon. So there's something here, and I don't mind this for you that much. This opposition with Pluto will be, that's your third house. So third house is communication. And it's the way you're thinking and processing. It's logic, it's intellect. So if there's anything this day, there may be a little bit of like overthinking or having power struggles, or, remember, a lot of ego at play with the moon in Leo, right? Opposite Pluto in Aquarius. So you may not be seeing eye to eye with someone, and it may be a sibling, okay? It may be family members. It's your third house, and maybe your neighbor. There can also be like jealousy, moodiness. But again, you have a lot of partnership stuff happening. So just be mindful. Remember, you just want to be your authentic self. Know thyself, Socrates. There you go. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You have everything set up for you to be the next Socrates. I mean, it's insane. Like, what's happening for you? So this new moon is definitely going to feel very empowering. And yes, Mercury is retrograde. And I do talk about this, in the August overview. But it is a new moon. I've gotten a lot of comments and your questions. Yeah, Mercury's retrograde during a new moon. Don't let that stop you from pursuing your, creative interests or romantic interests. And if you have to sign anything, yeah, sure. Maybe you want to hold off until Mercury goes direct in August. But if you can't, that's fine. I've talked about divine timing. Yeah, this is a heavily karmic week. And just know that if you do sign something around this time, I mean, you have your North Node in Pisces, so it could even be buying a home or real estate or things like that. Just know that, yeah, you're still going to get to where you need to go. There's maybe a little bit of a detour. All right. So either way, this new moon is very powerful. Very powerful. All right. Everyone's going to feel this. Everyone's feeling everything. And by the way, remember that prism portal. Yeah. The 4 outer planets connecting and all different modalities, every sign. But this new moon, who's going to feel it the most? Well, it'll be the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And I'm throwing in you and Aries. So that completes the fire signs. And I'm also throwing in Gemini and Virgo. If you have any planets 0 to 4 degrees in any of those signs, the big new moon for you. Okay. Now, Sagittarius, the other thing is you do have... okay, so I'm going to tell you something that's not on the whiteboard, just so you know. You will have the moon in Virgo from Saturday the 26th to about July 28th. And, I mean, we're obviously going to talk about this in the second spread, but just to let you know, remember the South Node is in Virgo. You just had Mars conjunct the South Node in Virgo. We have a new moon in Virgo in August. We have an eclipse in Virgo in September. That's your 10th house of career and fame and recognition. And again, your reputation, honors, achievements, social status as well. You're going to have a lot of attention there. Yeah. On career and fame and recognition. You're going to feel things and you're going to want to do things. The moon actually will sextile Jupiter on Sunday the 27th. So I love that for you. Okay? That's really great. There's some changes happening for you for sure. Now, I really want you to be social on Tuesday as well. All right? Now, Wednesday the 30th, network, please. Wednesday the 30th, I know I'm already losing my voice. Venus is going to move into Cancer, so you're good already. This is amazing. You have Venus, you have Jupiter, the two benefic planets, in your 8th house of wealth and sex and partnerships and deepening relationships. And yeah, again, that can be business. There's something here with inheritance, investments. But anyway, we'll talk more about it next week when I do your August forecast, because you feel it more in August. And then the 31st, yeah, we have that Mercury Kazemi in Leo. That's halfway through the retrograde. And Mercury is, this is, you know what? This is very interesting for you because remember, the 9th house is, it's higher mind, right? Mercury is more physical mind. So there's something here where you're just going to have this kind of like merging of the two, this clarity. And I really love it for you. And Mercury retrograde for this one, remember I said, I don't mind this one. This Kazemi, it's not the perfect Kazemi, but you're possibly things from the first half of July, you're going over. Okay, you're going over, and you may spend a lot of time really thinking about it because the moon will be in Scorpio, and there is that intensity there. So yes, when I say money and relationships, like a big thing for you, yeah, big thing. And there may be some revelations, FYI, that's part of your Kazemi for you. Okay, by the way, yeah, greatawakener.com. I talked about it in my last live stream on the fact that, yeah, Uranus is on my ascendant at 0 degrees in Gemini. And so I tell you why it got pushed back to August. I'm excited for it to launch in August. But Sagittarius, let's get started. See what's going on for you, all right, for July 21st to the end of the month. It's a lot. It's a lot happening. Okay. Sagittarius, I do a traditional call to cross spread. Offers the best overview. Yeah. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Sagittarius, you know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. You got some really good stuff. I'm like looking, I'm like, August is going to be bonkers for you. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. There's something you're signing to. I feel like I've told you that last week. It's just that signature. Funny, that signature. The signature of like aspects that are happening. Anyway, you're good. Hey, let's get started. Okay. So yeah, there's gonna be some change, and you may not like it, but do you see what's on the other side of it? So we'll talk about this. Yeah, you do have strength. Amazing. Okay, I said you're gonna love Leo season. Okay, this card is attributed to Leo. You even see the lion here, and you're moving into August. This card 8. August is 8. Yeah, the lion's portal 8-8. Mark that on your calendar. We'll talk about it next week though. Heart. Leo is a heart. Yeah, even this card. What is it? It's all about like tapping into your, what makes you strong. Where is that source of strength inside you? Where do you find that strength? It doesn't even have to. It can be God or the universe or your children. Tap into that. It feels like you will. Okay? It feels like you will. And you're going to feel very empowered. But even take the etymological root of courage. It's core. K-O-R. We're going way back. Heart. Okay? Courage comes from heart. Leo season. This card's Leo. All about the heart. Corazon. Yeah? You get it. Okay? Heart. Because you have the 4 cups in the heart of your spread where he's covering up his heart. Heart-based living. Okay? Mind-heart coherence as well. Okay? Because there's something here. You see the hand of spirit offering him a 4th cup. He doesn't. This card is all about raising your frequency. And again, there may be something here with partnerships or wealth or money. Okay? Connected to how you're feeling about it emotionally. And there's something here where it does look like it's like, I need more. I need more than what's happening right now. Okay? But Again, look at the rest of your spread. So all you have to do is change your perspective. And this card, I always say, it's a card of gratitude. It's raising your frequency. It's having that gratitude and accepting everything that's happening in your life is beautiful and blessed, and you're feeling blessed. And I've said this in my live streams, I say it frequently, every day I thank the universe for my blessings. Doesn't matter what kind of day I had. Every day, okay? That's raising your frequency, okay? Do something every day. Or you do something like that. Maybe you compliment someone every day. That's energy that you're putting out there. We all know how karma works, the law of attraction. And so there may be something here where it's just, like I said, for you, it's a really strong start to the week, where there may be something adjusting, even ending. Okay? So we'll clarify that later, but it's just saying, be grateful for what you have. Okay? And grateful for what you can give others. Be grateful for the fact that you have a roof over your head, that you have internet, that you can see me, the fact that donuts exist, whatever. Just raise that frequency. You got that Seven of Swords. Yeah? It does look like there is something that needs a little attention. Something isn't gelling. That Seven of Swords, yeah, in your challenge area. That card is a lying, cheating, stealing card. It's a card of deception, dishonesty, disloyalty. I said from the very beginning, loyalty will be tested. And so, it might be you, okay? But remember, you want to be your most authentic self and vibrate at that high frequency. A lot of this has to do with you accepting something. You see that, right? Okay, with the Four of Cups, he's literally not accepting the fourth cup, and it's the Hand of Spirit. The Hand of Spirit only appears in the aces, other than the Four of Cups. That's how significant this is. Seven of Swords, he's stealing the swords, trying to get away with it. Yeah, it seems like also, I said there's going to be some revelations that may be happening here too. Okay, you may be hearing things, and this actually is an Aquarius card, the Seven of Swords. Remember, Aquarius does rule your third house, so, and you got Uranus and Gemini in your seventh. Uranus is a ruler for Aquarius, natively rules your third, and that's communication and messages. So I'm just letting you know. Yeah, remember Hermes, the messenger. The second thing is, someone may do something to you that is not great, like lying, cheating, stealing, being deceptive, and disloyal. And so I always say, never let anyone take away your power. Never. Because look at what he's doing to make him. That is someone taking his power. Yeah. So keep that in mind. You got the Knight of Pentacles in your crown. And the Nine of Wands in the root of your spread. Yeah. So it does feel like there's something here that I'm picking up on. Like, okay, you had this idea. It may not be in line with the reality of what's happening. And that's why I said with the North Nodes, these fated events, you have to accept that there's something better for you. You even see that here with the Page of Cups in your future. So for a lot of y'all, it may be just something like, you got to change. I don't know, the book that you're writing, you got to change one little thing about it. You're like, no, that was the, So anyway, Nine of Wands, that's your card. And it's great. This card is saying, no, I'm not giving up. I've weathered the storm. But in this situation, maybe you look at what's happening here. Maybe just ask yourself, is this something worth holding on to? Okay? If it is, you're being your authentic self. That's how you know. The Strength card. Okay? Leo is all about authenticity. So, Page of Cups in your future. That's amazing. You got something waiting for you. Like I said, on the other side, something just like this new, fresh, following your bliss energy, even this sense of freeness. But there's a lot of creative energy here. And remember, creativity is a big theme for you this month. Really big. And that doesn't have to be just art. I think when I say the word creativity, or anyone does, people, just associate it with art right away. But it's like problem solving. It's building a tree house. for your kid. It's just like there's so many ways you can use creativity, and it exists in the Page of Cups. But again, new way of thinking, new way of seeing things, and there may be something surprising, like someone coming through. Okay, let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, y'all, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments, tell me what's happening. You've got big changes. I mean, the fact that the nodes, right, and mutable signs, that by default has an impact on Sagittarius. All right, let's get to your stuff. Okay, yeah, there's something here that is gonna, yeah. Okay, so you see, you got the Seven of Pentacles. So as I said earlier with that Nine of Wands, what I was feeling like, is there something that you're holding on to that it may be time? No. There's your affirmation with the Seven of Pentacles. Take that time. These retrogrades are for you to go within and really connect with your intuition, with your higher self, with your third eye, with your chakras, with your everything. Yeah. That divine energy within you, and ask yourself, is it worth it? Was all of that, everything that I've invested my time and energy into, is this what I want for when I get to February 2026? That's all it is taking that pause. Yeah. It can be something with money. It can be something with investments. And when I say investments, literally, like, it could be like a relationship. That's all I'm saying. Just take that time. You got that Four of Swords, which is great. There's that rest and retreat and that stillness of mind. I talked about the chakras. Yeah, you see the swords pointing down. Heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra. How amazing is that it's showing up in your spread? Yeah. I already told you strength card is the heart. It's Leo. Yeah. And then you have here with the swords, communication. It's in your challenge area. Yeah. And then the crown chakra, that's divine, where you've got all this energy in your ninth house. So, but there is something you do want long lasting with that Knight of Pentacles. Now, yeah, the Seven of Wands. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's like there's something that you're really holding on to. And again, that's fine. That's great. Because there are some tests this week especially the first half, where people are going to be going through. But you got to ask yourself, you specifically, because of your spread, is it worth holding on to? Because Mars is saying this has got to go. Venus is saying, what do you want to change? Because I'm going to change some things. Yeah. So, and it's a lot of emphasis on partnerships, relationships, contracts, legal matters, everything I mentioned earlier. Seven of Wands here is a Leo card. So through Leo seasons, just keep that in mind. This is all about valor, standing up for yourself. And Juno is going to be very active. So you'll be doing that. Okay. But you have to ask yourself, is there something that is not making me happy? And is it time to let it go? You have the Five of Cups. So you have the Four of Cups, Five of Cups. So remember what I said, it's a gratitude card. When you raise your frequency, that's low frequency. You pass over that, right? That Five of Cups. Look at what's happening here. Remember retrogrades, Mercury retrograde, Chiron's really activated. South Node is very activated, has to do with the past. A lot of that is showing up in your spread, okay? So just keep that in mind. A lot of defensive energy too that's happening here. Yeah, the Five of Cups though, and your final outcome. And so that's all about doing this emotional healing. That's really all about letting go of the past. Letting go of the past. You see the cups are spilled. There's nothing you can do about that, right? You're not going to drink the wine off the ground. But you see the two cups behind the figure. All you got to do is let go of the past. Move away from the past. Look forward. All right? Look forward. Pick up the cups. Cross the bridge. Go home. Yeah? Bake a pizza. Do something that brings you comfort and joy. You even see the water going under the bridge. there's something we've got to make peace with here. And it seems like you want that, which is really great. But there really is something here that is saying that maybe something wasn't meant for you. I'm going to show you something here too. Take a really good look at this card, right? Look at the spilled cups. You see all that wine spilling out of the cups. Now, you see that green stuff? What is that? I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. And that's the point. How do you know that was even good for you? How do you even know that wasn't poison? Yeah. So this is like, we're talking about a very karmically active second half of the month. And so this may be saying, yeah, it wasn't good for you. You have to recognize that, okay? It wasn't meant for you. And it could have been more harmful had you stayed with, if you drank, you know? Anyway, this fly. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers because Sagittarius, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to do, I want to do the 4 of Cups first. By the way, you did get, you got 3 sevens. 7's a very spiritual number. And remember, you got the new moon and the sun in Leo is in your 9th house. That rules spirituality. It's the house of the gods. It's a very spiritual time for you to really go within. And honestly, with the North Node activated and the South Node activated, like big time, big picture, life purpose, a lot of that. You got the moon. Yeah, remember North Node in Pisces in your 4th? And you've been working with Saturn in Pisces in your 4th for years. Home and family, significant other, things like that. Okay, children, real estate. But remember, Saturn is moving back into Pisces in September. So there's something you have to confront. There's something here that you have to, and it can be subconscious. It can be something like really deep where we have to, something from the past. It could be even a pattern, a habit. We've got to confront it. And you're that crayfish. You got to go to the ocean. You got to go see your buds. I mean, you got to pass those 2 columns. Those stars, you got to break them down. Think of them up here. There's something up here. Take that time. Yeah. Remember, the moon, intuition. Trust your intuition. Go with your intuition. Okay. Let's look at the 5 of Cups. What is that? I don't even know. I'm not going to look. Well, I'll look. Oh my gosh. So, listen, just from the get-go, I told you it's going to be a very karmic time for you, okay? Very fated events are going to happen. And again, if you can let go of the past and see it as, I have to learn something from this, and it's making me stronger and I'm moving forward, you not only have the 2 cups in front of you that references the 2 of Cups, partnerships, you also have the Wheel of Fortune. A card that is all about fate and your destiny, and that it's a wheel of karma. And it's a new beginning for you. It's a 10. 1 0 equals 1. There you go. There's our new era. You've got some great things in your future. You have to let go of the past. There's something here you have to let go. And it can be in your physical world. It can be spiritually. It can be a way that you're thinking about something. There's something here that this is going to be a big time week, because it just seems, because the Knight of Pentacles in your crown, yeah, he's in it for the long haul, but he's, there is something that you want structure, stability in. It just feels like there may be a disconnect, and there may be something else for you where you can find that. Okay. And I'm not saying that, every Sagittarius is different. You have different birth charts. Yeah. So all you are going to feel it in different ways. It all depends on you and how you handle that energy. And again, Wheel of Fortune is attributed to Jupiter. Like I said, Jupiter is in Cancer. You will have that Venus-Jupiter conjunction in August. I mean, there's something new there anyway when it comes to partnerships, relationships, business as well, money. There's new stuff. Eighth house is death and rebirth. It's transformation. You got things to look forward to, but you really got to let things go. Okay. Sagittarius, thanks so much. Next week, yeah, we'll talk about August. All right, we'll do August. And tier 3 members, we're going to go deeper. We'll actually do a spread just on the new moon. We'll isolate it. And there's some other stuff happening. Okay. So you know where to find the link, where we do the lunations, asteroids, planetoids, all of that. Sagittarius, and anyone's welcome to join. We do have a lot of fun. Sagittarius, before I completely lose my voice, thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. Wheel of Fortune. That's amazing. All right. Bye-bye.